Early this morning, Melbourne time, the Australian-born Mary Donaldson became Queen of Denmark as her husband Frederik replaced his mother to become King Frederik X. They sealed it with a kiss in front of a crowd estimated 100,000. The King got quite emotional, wiped away a tear, and he promised Danes to do what kings should do: unite.
At blive en samlende konge er i morgen. Det er en opgave, jeg har nærmet mig hele mit liv. Det er et ansvar, jeg tager på mig med respekt, stolthed og stor glæde.
I see many Australians, especially Tasmanians, loving the idea that even one of us can rise to royalty.
Good luck to her. Good on her.
Good on her.
Good on him. Yeah.
Good on her.
Oh, it's wonderful. Finally, an Australian on a throne somewhere.
He seems quite at home.
Good day, everyone. Imagine a perfectly planned public appearance, cameras ready, smiles rehearsed, schedules tighter than a federal budget forecast, and then bang, something goes wrong. Not a metaphorical stumble, but a real unexpected shock that sends Queen Mary retreating indoors mid-engagement. In royal terms, that is the equivalent of a prime minister ducking out of a press conference when the microphones are already live. Rare, revealing, and instantly headline-worthy. Before we unpack what really happened and why it matters far beyond palace walls, make sure you subscribe to Royal News Daily and click the notifications bell icon. That way, every royal ripple and political style power move lands straight in your feed without delay. Now let us set the scene properly. Queen Mary was attending what should have been a routine royal engagement. Polite crowds, structured schedules, ceremonial warmth, the usual choreography that makes monarchy look effortless. Then came the shock. Reports indicate an unexpected incident, sudden enough to interrupt proceedings and serious enough for advisors to step in immediately. Within moments, Queen Mary was guided indoors, engagements adjusted, and the carefully managed public moment shifted off-script. Here's where the Australian political lens sharpens the picture. In public life, perception is everything. When a leader changes course abruptly, people ask why. Was it health, security, environment, optics? The palace, much like a government office, does not panic, it recalibrates. The official explanation was calm, measured, and brief. Queen Mary was said to be safe, attended to, and continuing her duties privately. Notice the language: safe, attended, continuing. This is the same vocabulary you hear when a treasurer reassures markets during a wobble. It signals control without oversharing. Let us transition to why this moment landed harder than expected. Timing. The Danish monarchy has recently been navigating heightened scrutiny. Every gesture is analyzed, every expression dissected like a Senate estimate session. Against that backdrop, even a minor disruption becomes magnified. A retreat indoors is not just a physical move, it becomes symbolic. Think of it like a leader stepping away from the campaign trail for a day. Perfectly reasonable, completely human, yet instantly interpreted as something more. Supporters worry, critics speculate, commentators sharpen their pens. But here's where Queen Mary's situation flips the narrative. Retreating indoors was not weakness, it was decisiveness. In Australian politics, leaders are often criticized for pushing through when they should pause. This moment showed the opposite. Prioritize safety, maintain dignity, adjust, do not collapse. And the palace response reinforced that message. There was no dramatic cancellation spree, no long silence, just a subtle shift, followed by confirmation that Queen Mary remained engaged behind the scenes. That's continuity management, royal edition. Now let us talk optics, because optics matter. By moving indoors rather than disappearing completely, the palace balanced transparency and protection. It avoided speculation while avoiding spectacle. That's a narrow path, and it was walked carefully. Public reaction reflected that balance. Initial concern gave way to reassurance. Media tone softened. Social chatter moved from alarm to admiration. In political terms, this is called landing the message. When the audience accepts the explanation and moves on, the strategy has worked. Here's another angle that deserves attention. Queen Mary's image has long been built around resilience, composure, and modern leadership within tradition. This incident, rather than damaging that image, reinforced it. She didn't dramatize the shock, she managed it. That matters in an era where public figures are expected to be both strong and sensible. From an Australian perspective, it mirrors moments when leaders handle disruptions with calm practicality rather than bravado. The public tends to reward that, not with applause, but with trust. Let us transition again, because there's a broader lesson here. Institutions, whether monarchies or governments, are judged less on avoiding problems and more on how they respond to them. The Danish royal house responded quickly, clearly, and without unnecessary theatre. That's governance by steadiness. And while this incident may fade from headlines, its handling will linger as a quiet example of modern royal management. No overreaction, no denial, just adaptation. So, what does this all mean? It means Queen Mary remains a central, composed figure within the monarchy. It